I'm here in Abu Dhabi alongside one half of the UFC on ABC 9 main event, Reinier de Ridder, who takes on former middleweight champion Robert Whittaker. We were just talking off camera how just a year ago you were in Abu Dhabi, UAE Warriors. You win that fight, you get signed by the UFC. What a roller coaster, right? I'm sure you wanted to come in and make an impact, but did you ever imagine it would be that quick?
No, it's been a crazy year. So last year, in 2 days off was the fight here in UAE Warriors, with a lot of stress going on behind the scenes then, and was the best decision I've ever made to step in the cage and fight. Was happy that I was able to finish the fight well, and then after that it's been back-to-back fights basically. So
yeah, was the activity something that you asked for? The UFC come to you and you were saying yes? Like, how did this super active schedule happen? 6 months? 3 months?
Yeah, both. Yeah, that was basically what I was missing in one at the time, because they didn't offer me any fights anymore at the end. So it's something that I really asked for. Please keep me active. And I think because of the way the fights went, because I've always come out uninjured, I was able to finish all the fights. Basically, every time after the fight, 2 days later, they call me. They say, "You want to fight this guy?" I say yes, and then we line it up again. And that's basically how the Robert Whittaker fight came together as well. After Bo, they called me a couple days later, and here we are.
And the matchmaking's been interesting, right? Gerald Meerschaert, a veteran, you get the finish. Kevin Holland, he's doing great as of late. He has a fight this Saturday. Yep. And then you go to Bo Nickel, probably not I understand the lure behind fighting an undefeated, highly touted prospect. But what do you think of the matchmaking so far in the UFC?
Yeah, I'm very happy with what they've offered me, because all of them have been big names. All of them great, interesting stylistic matchups. So I've been very happy, but very fortunate what they've put in front of me. And this is another one, a legend of the sport, a guy that's been around for so long and is still very dangerous. So I cannot complain at the moment now.
And I think for those who haven't followed your career, they would see Bo Nickel, Robert Whittaker, they'd say massive jump up in competition. Obviously, you have a lot of experience. You fought a lot of great guys. But did you expect because of the hype that Bo Nickel had, that you'd be getting someone in the top 5?
Yeah, I definitely did, yeah. And especially because of the way the fight ended, because I finished him in that way. I did expect it, yeah. Because, everywhere in the world, Bo Nickel is not the most well-known guy. But in America, everybody knows who this dude is. So he was really very well known. Everybody expected me to lose for some reason. So it was good that it ended this way.
Yeah, you're an underdog against Bo Nickel. You're an underdog against Kevin Holland. Do you pay much attention to this kind of stuff?
No, not really. I didn't even know, to be honest. But then afterwards, they said 5-1 or 6-1 against Bo. It's a pretty big underdog. So I'm happy to prove him wrong.
You knew after or before the fight?
No, I didn't know before. No, okay. I knew after. I don't pay any attention to this stuff. So I'm not sure if I'm a betting favorite this time or underdog again, but I'll see if I can do well.
Well, I won't tell you, so keep the tradition alive, because I know, but I won't tell you. But I think you wanted Sean Strickland, correct? That was the original call. I think he wanted Sean Strickland as well. Robert Whittaker, both of you called out. Sean Strickland ended up matched up together. Yeah. But Robert Whittaker, former champion, big names, done amazing things in the division. I'm pretty sure you're happy with this fight.
Yeah, definitely. After you finish a fight, then you got a couple seconds to think of what I'm gonna say in the microphone. And Sean was the first one to pop into my mind, so I thought, let's run with it, see what happens. But I think he's not really looking for a fight at the moment. So maybe he's taking a break for whatever reason. I don't know. But this is maybe even better. To do it here is very cool. To be back in Abu Dhabi, to be back fighting a champion is very cool. Yeah.
And a 5-round fight as well, which is, obviously you've done them before. You're a former champion, dual champion at one. But to have that experience in the UFC, especially when you're trying to jump into title contention, perfect timing, right?
Yeah. I don't pay too much mind, to be honest, about how many rounds it goes, because I try to finish it anyway. But we'll see. Hopefully we don't need 5.
Yeah, and Whittaker's coming off of the loss to Hamzat. I don't know if you make too much out of it because it was such a quick fight, and Whittaker talked about the jaw injury he had, hence the quick tap and all that stuff. But he had the knockout over Ikram Aliskerov right before.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like Robert Whittaker is in his career right now?
Well, he's been at the top for so long. We've seen him win spectacularly. We've seen him lose spectacularly. The Khamzat fight I don't put too much in because it was clear that that wasn't like a great choke. It wasn't, the positioning wasn't perfect. The positioning of his arms weren't perfect. So I think he just got lucky there that the injury was already in place and that he was able to take advantage of that. But like a little while before that against Ikram, he did amazing. Robert did very well, and it showed us how dangerous he still is. And it's a great warning for me I cannot go into the fight like Ikram did. I cannot give him space. I cannot give him time to look and see, because he has real knockout power and very nice, clean, straight shots. So I got to be very very mindful of that.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of that pressure against Bo Nickal, the pressure you put on him and how much it wore him down. You've shown, obviously your ground game is very good and that's kind of what you've been known for throughout your career, but your striking, you've shown that off as well. Where do you feel like this fight is going to go with Robert Whittaker?
Yeah, that's a good question. As you said, the pressure is the most important thing for me. I got to put pressure on him. I got to bring the heat early because I cannot let him move, cannot let him see what's happening. I cannot let him play. He likes to bounce, he likes to look. And I'm sure I'm gonna take him down. It's what I like the most, and I have to put him on his ass at least once. But we'll see if I can do some damage meanwhile before.
What do you think of his grappling?
Well, to be honest, we haven't seen a lot of his grappling like jiu-jitsu wise. We haven't seen a lot of it in all of his career. So that'll be interesting to show some more of in this fight. But his wrestling is very good. He put Dricus down a couple times with takedowns. We've seen him do very well against experienced wrestlers. He was doing all right in the Khamzat fight, like defensively, he was staying pretty safe. But I don't think his jiu-jitsu is anywhere near mine, so yeah, we'll see.
And you mentioned Khamzat here. You've given your prediction a million times, so I won't ask you for that again. But it seems like the main focus has been if Khamzat can get his cardio together, he wins. Do you think it's that as simple as that? That if Khamzat can survive and like cardio-wise in the later rounds, he wins? Like, is it as simple as that, or?
No, I don't think so. Because Dricus, in his last couple of fights, he really builds up. Every round he gets better, basically, and he stays dangerous. Such a weird guy to watch, but I do think Dricus has the edge. But we'll see. Khamzat is training with one of my training partners in Florida, Baisangur, and so he has a very good guy there for the last bit of his camp. I'm very interested in the fight. I'm very excited to see it. Yeah.
And when we look at the landscape of middleweight, it's your fight with Robert, and then we've got Imavov and Caio Borralho. First off, what do you think of Imavov and Borralho? Who wins that?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Imavov in that one, just because he's so complete, so relaxed in there, so seems to be very much in control. But hopefully it's just a boring fight nobody wants to watch. Nothing happens. That would be ideal.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to, because obviously your performances, when you win, you do it in spectacular fashion, hence this opportunity right now. So do you feel like a finish here and you can, because you've been active as well, UFC likes that. UFC likes guys who say yes and compete. Do you feel like you could perhaps?
Yeah. Hopefully if I can do well, it all depends on how the fight goes. Like a win is not enough. I need to finish him. I need to finish him early, hopefully spectacularly. And then, as I said, if we all hope Imavov and Borralho is boring, goes 5 rounds, nothing happens, that would be perfect. Or maybe Khamzat pulls out last minute and they can give me a call. We'll see.
Okay, interesting. So keeping the active.
But let's focus on this one first. Yeah.
Okay. Would you have a preference if Khamzat or DDP win? Khamzat maybe not the most active guy, so
yeah. That's but Dricus is not fighting that often either. True. He only fights twice a year as well. I don't know. I think if it goes well in this fight, I think I'll be fighting both of them before 12 months are over anyway. So it doesn't really matter, I think.
So yeah, that's the question here, because you've been so active. You get a win, a finish. Do you say, okay, I'll wait because title's on the horizon, or are you gonna get like eager and maybe take another fight?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm moving my family to Florida right now to get everything settled there. My kids are gonna go to school there for a year at least. So I have some stuff going on, but there's always a million things going on meanwhile. So I'd be ready to fight again, or as I said, I might be ready to step in last minute if necessary. So we'll see what happens.
Weigh in as a backup or not to that extent?
Weighing in is the hardest part, so hopefully not weighing in at all. We'll see.
Well, speaking of weight cuts, we'll wrap up with this. The activity, obviously, like you obviously have to stay in shape, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have. So what's that been like, and what is a weight cut for you like for middleweight?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I gotta do everything right to make it, but it happened pretty naturally every time. Didn't really have to push myself too much in the last day. But it's been a while since I've had a hamburger or anything nice. Yeah.
So what does a perfect night look like for you? You're a guy who finishes fights. Submission, knockout. What's your idea?
Yeah, hopefully choke him out. That would be amazing. Get the submission, show a good choke from the back maybe, or something else nice, and then get some good food. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and best of luck next week.
Thank you.